Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back into the show. Yet another episode of Crushing Fantasy Football. I am Bryce Lockridge, your host of the show. Guys, today we're going to be talking about my must-start players for Week 2. This is key to figuring out who you need to plug into your lineup to get the win in Week 2. So, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you do like the content today, all right? But I'm going to get right into it, all right? So, starting with my running backs that you must start. Number one is going to be Damien Harris, guys. Start Damien Harris. He had 23 rushes for 100 yards in Week 1. The dude's an efficient running back. They're clearly going to be giving him a lot of volume, okay? If you give a back 23 carries in Week 1, that means that they have absolutely no intentions of easing him into this thing. They are going to be giving him the ball a lot this season. And odds are, look, they're playing the New York Jets. They're probably going to run all over them. Okay, the volume's going to be there and the efficiency is going to be there. Odds are New England's going to be playing with the lead, so that means even more carries for Damien Harris. Look for Damien Harris to have 25-plus carries against the Jets this week. He's probably going to get in the end zone and have another 100-yard game. Start Damien Harris with confidence. Also, guys, start Melvin Gordon this week, okay? 10 carries, 101 yards last week. 11 carries, 101 yards last week. 10.1 yards a carry. I mean, this dude still is a very efficient running back. There's thoughts that they were going to split the backfield with the rookie Williams, but look, as the season goes on, it's going to be more of a 70-30 split because, they're going to find out that Melvin Gordon's clearly the more efficient running back. He's going to get most of the work. And look, they're about to play the Jaguars. The Jaguars have probably the worst run defense in football, or the second worst run defense in football. Melvin Gordon is going to run all over these boys, all right? And on top of that, they're probably going to be playing with the lead, which means even more carries for Melvin Gordon. He only had 11 last week. Look for that number to be up this week. You're looking at more of about 17 or 18 carries for Melvin Gordon this week, and he's got a darn good chance of getting in the end zone. So start Melvin Gordon this week with confidence. Also, guys, start Aaron Jones this week, okay? Aaron Jones had a terrible Week 1. I get it. But it doesn't mean anything. It was game script dependent. They were down early against the Saints, so they had to abandon the run game early. He only ended up with 5 rushes and 2 receptions. Guys, this is absolutely terrible. But again, it was just because of the game flow. Aaron Jones is going to go off against the Lions. The Packers are still a very potent offense. They're going to be playing with the lead, meaning that Aaron Jones is going to get a lot of carries. Look for him to have 20 to 25 carries this week against the Detroit Lions, and the efficiency is going to be there. He's going to average more than 5 yards per carry against this atrocious run defense. He's probably going to get in the end zone. Look for Aaron Jones to have a huge bounce back week against the Detroit Lions and be one of the best running backs in fantasy this year. Start Aaron Jones in Week 2. Okay, moving on to my wide receivers. A big one that I have, guys, this week is DJ Moore. He was 6 of 8 last week for 80 yards, rushed the ball once for 14 yards. Look, they're playing New Orleans. So, New Orleans has a pretty stingy pass defense, but I'm not worried about it because Carolina's going to have to pass the ball to somebody, and that's going to be their number one guy, DJ Moore, because they're probably going to be playing from behind against the Saints. This is a player that is the clear-cut number one on the team. Robbie Anderson is kind of the boomer bust big play threat for the team. Some people had some worries about him taking targets from DJ Moore this year. That is not going to happen, guys. DJ Moore, we saw it Week 1, is the clear-cut number one wide receiver on this team. Robbie Anderson is nothing more than a boom or bust flex play. He's never going to be a 1 or 2 wide receiver the way DJ Moore is. So start DJ Moore this week and every week going forward with confidence. He's a great play against New Orleans because they're going to have to score a lot of points to keep up, guys. So start DJ Moore. Okay, guys, also start Keenan Allen this week. Look, they're playing the Cowboys. Enough said. The Cowboys don't have their cornerback situation figured out. They were a historically bad defense last year. They've improved defense a little bit, but look, DeMarcus Lawrence pass rushers hurt, so Justin Herbert's going to have all the time in the world to pass the ball. Keenan Allen's going to go off. Also, while we're talking about the Chargers, go ahead and just start Mike Williams too. Mike Williams is the number 2 on the team, but they're not really going to have an answer for Mike Williams either. He should be able to eat all day long. He's got a chance to get in the end zone, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had 100-plus yards against this atrocious Cowboys pass defense. So start both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Also, guys, start Mike Evans this week against the Falcons. The Falcons have an absolutely terrible pass defense. Mike Evans only saw 13% of the targets in Week 1. That number is extremely flukish. The target share between him and Chris Godwin is going to equal out. It always does for this Bucs team. Chris Godwin had a huge Week 1 with a 30% target share to Mike Evans' 13% target share, but those numbers should even themselves out this week. And after all, guys, Mike Evans is the more talented wide receiver. So he's going to have the higher ceiling, and they're playing against a terrible Falcons defense. It's absolutely helpless against the pass. So start Mike Evans with confidence this week, guys. Do not let last week fool you. Anytime the Bucs have a great matchup in the passing game, you want to start Mike Evans over any other Bucs wide receiver. So start Mike Evans this week with confidence. Okay, guys? I'm going to get into my quarterbacks, and I'm just going to go ahead and start with Justin Herbert, guys. Same reason you got to play Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. The Cowboys have a terrible defense. He's going to have all the time in the world in the pocket to pass. He's going to be able to run on the Cowboys. He's going to be able to take deep shots downfield to Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, and he's going to put up points like crazy against the Cowboys. There's not much to think about here. He's an absolute must-start this week. Another must-start quarterback this week for me is Kirk Cousins, guys. Kirk Cousins is playing against the Cardinals, meaning going to be a very high-scoring game. We saw how good the Cardinals' offense was in Week 1. So the Vikings are going to have to play keep-up, guys. Don't think that they're going to be able to use Dalvin Cook and just run the ball out, run clock in this game like they do in most games. This is going to be one of the games this year in which the Vikings have to pass a lot. It bodes very well for Kirk Cousins. He could end up having one of his best fantasy performances of the seasons just because of game script. They're going to have to be keeping up with the Cardinals, and they have the unstoppable Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen at wide receiver for Cousins to feed the ball to. So his numbers should be very, very good in Week 2. Start Kirk Cousins against the Arizona Cardinals in Week 2. Start him with confidence. He's going to help you win this week, guys. So start Kirk Cousins. Another quarterback that you should start this week, guys, is going to be Teddy Bridgewater. He had 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 260-plus yards passing in Week 1. So he looked pretty darn good. And they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, I mean, the Jaguars are not going to have any answer for the Broncos' run game or pass game. Teddy Bridgewater, his numbers should be through the roof in this game. He should even be able to, get some rushing yards going because of the piss-poor Jacksonville run defense. Look for him to have 3 or more passing touchdowns. I have absolutely no doubt that this is going to happen. Teddy Bridgewater is going to go off this week against Jacksonville, so start Teddy Bridgewater with confidence. All right, guys, so those are going to be my must-starts for the week. Plug these guys into your lineup if you want to win. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video today. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you did like the content. I'm going to be doing a pregame show on Sunday, so you guys make sure to tune in for that. And I do appreciate the love, guys. I will catch you later.